EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
54. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
A gain of 14. First down, Steelers.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Connor, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Now Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Jam. Slam. Check 13. Check 13.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
That's the time, D.
Go to 54. Go to 54.
Out. Alert 3.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Break that. Black 5. 54 Mike. Watch the run.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
6-man.
Here's Counter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Ready? White 80.
Check. Watch the before. Watch the pass.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the 1st quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now, because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him, come up with a scheme, come up with something, make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
We're scoreless after 1.
Black 20.
54 Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, it's Prescott. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. With that incompletion, I want to get your MVP thoughts. Lamar Jackson, he seems to be the leader right now, is he not?
I would agree with that, and his team is the hottest team in the league right now.
And then you've got, well, let's think of the others. Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Who else? Christian McCaffrey?
I would say Christian McCaffrey, although it's hard for a running back to win it. Don't forget Michael Thomas with the Saints continued to have big numbers even while Drew Brees was out. But also, Patrick Mahomes gets hot and the Chiefs run off a string. He's a defending NFL MVP.
But think about this. If Lamar Jackson does win the MVP, he'll be the first 22-year-old to do it since Jim Brown. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it with Connor. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. It takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side. So nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Kill. There we go. Slam. No.
This is Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Dak fighting his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
20. Here we go. Then we're going to 53. Go right 80. Hey, kill. 27. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check hot route. Hot. He's checking when he's in.
Here's Prescott. The 20. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Mara, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Shoot! 49, check 49, check 49.
26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Elliott running right. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 9-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 9.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Check. Lucky. Watch that.
26.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
There we go. Kill. Bang.
Check 99. Check 99. Check.
They go to Elliott again. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
There we go.
Watch it, 5. You go 99.
Hey, kill.
Check 3. Watch the safety creep.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Kill.
I got you. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Switch. Check 26.
26.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 29 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having the pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now it's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. That's to his running back, complete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
You got 3 down. Whip. Watch the whip. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
A first down carry by Elliott. About 3 yards there to the 27.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's checking crap.
Again, it's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Antoine Woods. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
On the return, it's White. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A gain there of 30 big ones. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now left side on the swing pass. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. He's going to let it fly. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Roethlisberger now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. Ben to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set. 5-9.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got one.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Break it down.
28-yard line. A gain of 4.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze. He finds an opening past the 40. And brought in by the tight end Cook. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
5-9. Hey, Delta.
Breeze now on first down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Speaking of Michael Thomas, 94 catches on the year through Week 11. He's the first receiver ever, Charles, to top the 90 reception mark in his team's first 10 games.
And what makes it even more remarkable is not that he's just an exceptional talent who's worked his way into being one of the top receivers in the league. He's done it with 2 different quarterbacks this year. When Drew Brees got hurt and went out, he connected with Teddy Bridgewater, similar fashion, and put up big numbers. The all-time record, it's 143, held by Marvin Harrison, and I will guarantee you this, Michael Thomas knows that number.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They go with a fullback line, and he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, Wolf.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go.
Kill.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter?
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. 480. Here we go, 47.
Check back. Check back. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 3. Check 3.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here we go. 480. We're going to 54. Right here. 54.
Prescott. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now Breeze finding Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Breeze now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
You're good.
Now, Breeze again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Again, it's Breeze. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. What's good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Here go 47. Get ready, six.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. To throw again on second down. Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Here go 21. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet. 26.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 5-9. 5-9.
The tackle made by Jalen Smith.
From the 22, Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. To throw, it's Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. But now it's third and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go, Saints. At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wound.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 75 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Breeze now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Breeze going to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready? You ready? 36. Hey, over. Watch twist.
On 1st down, Breeze. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. It's Elliott. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Breeze. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Malik Collins able to drop him for a loss of a couple. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
0-2.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And he finds Cook. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Watch the shit.
Here goes 21.
Watch the shit. Mike 5-4.
Hey, easy.
Breeze to throw again. His throw incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 28 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Kill.
To throw is Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. They complete it to Hill. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
All day, dog. Mike's 54. Smith. 54. Under. He's coming.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The sack by Robert Quinn. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 29-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hatch it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Slam. No.
On first down, Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Check.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. On the stop, Stephon Anthony with a tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side, Elliott. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Hey, kill.
Let's see it. Check.
Here we go, 46.
Here's Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Kamara. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Ready, 95, 56.
Let's make these babies cry.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time?
Yeah, he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline. And he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Then we're going to 52. Under. Come on, let's go.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Come on, we better not.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Good. 180.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch the safety creep.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
It's third down and 13.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. To throw, Mayfield. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 16. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 84 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for two. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And so they run it in on the two-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about, from the offense's perspective, what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make it a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for two. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield, incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got his man. That's Landry. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get him.
First down, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming.
Play fake. Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield with it once more. Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Down right around the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. One quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Cowboys 8, Browns nothing.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Well, partner, let's look league-wide for a second and think playoffs here. I'm going to give you some teams, and you tell me if they still have a chance at the AFC wild card, or are they just waiting till next year? How about Cleveland at 4 and 6?
They're actually getting hot right now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Check.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 yards there, first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. From the gun, Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
53 is the line.
We're going to 54. Right here.
You go take.
26.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
47. 26.
To throw is Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Fielded at the 33. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Run. Here we go. Hey, alert. I got you.
Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught, Beckham. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get up.
He's got a man, complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now Prescott. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Olivier Vernon able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go. Deuce. Mike. Then we're going to 53.
It's our time.
Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
53, Mike 53. Watch the run, watch the run.
Final play of the half. Prescott is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. So we've hit halftime at an entertaining first half. 8-6 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A gain there of 21 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Prescott now from the 50. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play here for the Cowboys. And even 40 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
36. Check 36.
Elliott. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That's what they wanted out of that 1st down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at him. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Hey, kill! 47! Kill! On
3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Mayfield now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Wait, kill. Check 47.
Tighten up. Check that 46.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will give them a 12-point lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Browns drive about to get started.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
I'm here all day.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry. Complete. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the slap.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really...
And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Mike,
all right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Going deep here for Landry. And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He finds his target, Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And the Browns, 1st down.
Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Come on.
On 2nd and goal, Mayfield flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. To throw, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here's Mayfield. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Third and short yardage. Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Kill.
Well, Prescott here to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup taking it in. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. And got his man complete. Odell Beckham Jr. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Let's go.
One last shot from Mayfield here. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.